Vigo turned 5 months old yesterday, and so I thought I would do an honest review of what it's like to have a puppy between that 16 to 20 week mark. Starting with the good. The best thing about watching Vigo get older is, first of all, developing our relationship with him. I feel like our relationship is changing and evolving, and I'm really loving seeing his little personality come out. I don't know if you've heard of the 3-day, 3-week, 3-month rule, but we're now at that 3-month mark, so this is his personality, if you follow that rule. The other benefit has been that his attention span has gotten so much better. I shouldn't have been surprised because it makes absolute sense, but I was a little bit surprised when he first came home about how unfocused he was. You kind of have to give them time, not just to acclimate to their surroundings, but also developmentally, right? Like when they're 8 weeks old, their brain is just mush. And his brain is still mushy. Like if you compare him to his 10-month-old cousin, his 10-month-old cousin has a lot more focus than Vigo does. But between the 4 to 5 month mark, I feel like his focus got so much better and training sessions became a lot more powerful and constructive. So much so, this is probably the biggest benefit of all, we were able to start teaching him how to walk on leash. So we've actually started being able to take him out for walks, and it's been really nice to see his progress, especially around leash training, where it's something that you do every single day. Now that we've done the good, let's talk about the bad. He's definitely developing more of a rebellious streak. Obviously, he's finding his little personality. He's getting used to me and my husband. We are teetering on the edge of adolescence. Adolescence technically can start from next month. I'm definitely already seeing signs of him being a little bit more strong-willed. And honestly, that can be tough sometimes. Ooh, another good thing, sorry to go back to the good thing. Up until very recently, up until maybe like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whenever he saw his cousin, he would just be in full Velociraptor play mode. And last weekend we saw them, and for the very first time, he was not 100% chill, but he was more chill with his cousin than I've ever seen him. So it was nice to see him also just like calming down a little bit from that hectic running around and wanting to play all the time mode. Now back to the bad. I realize I'm jumping all over the place, so sorry. I don't script these. They are what they are. What else has been bad? Well, it's been good and bad. He has started losing his teeth. One thing that surprised me was that I thought that as soon as he lost his first tooth, within a week, all of his teeth would have fallen out. This has not been the case, at least for us. It's now been, as I said, 2 or 3 weeks since he lost his very first tooth, and he still has teeth falling out. Yesterday, he was actually barking. He was in witching hour mode, and a tooth flew out of his mouth. And this was the first one that we found. I'll actually show it to you because I kept it like a weirdo. It was one of his back teeth. Look, his little tootsie. His little tootsie. Some girls do makeup. I do dog teeth. Weirdly, I put it on the table and he tried to eat it. So yeah, I've been a little bit surprised that the teeth falling out hasn't happened as fast as I'd hoped. And he's less bitey than he was, but he's still bitey. I'm hoping that it's because he's still teething and his teeth are still falling out. I'm just trying to give him grace until his teeth fall out, and then if he's continuing to bite, then we probably need to amp up whatever we're doing to try and reduce his biting. And now for the ugly, because something happened which I didn't expect. Maybe I should have expected it, but I'm sharing it so that you, my friends, are aware. As of like 2 days ago, so this was like on the cusp of his 5th month. Sometimes when he sits down, he leaves like a little mark. And the first time it happened, my husband, I was like, is that poop? And my husband smelled it and was like, it smells bad, it must be poop. Oh no, my friends. The second time this happened, I gave it a sniff and it smelled fishy. Turns out that dogs have anal glands. Oh, this is so gross. But it's biology, right? It's just nature. And dogs' anal glands need expressing. Fortunately, we have a vet's visit today, so I'm gonna ask them to do that for us. But that is the ugly of the 16 to 20 week mark. He started having anal gland leakage. Ugh. I don't think all dogs leak. I think I Googled it. Other symptoms are like rubbing their bums on the floor, dogs smelling funky, but yeah, it's not the one. All in all, I would give weeks 16 to 20 with our new puppy a solid 3.75 out of 5. Oddly specific rating, but it's just where my first instinct went. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions about that 16 to 20 week mark. And as always, if you want to continue along our journey of hopefully raising a brilliant family dog with Vigo, make sure you're giving us a follow.